Good evening and welcome to our Guilderland Central School District Board of Education Student Recognition Ceremony for Farnsworth Middle School students. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our distinguished guests here with us this evening. President of our Board of Education, Ms. Christine Hayes. Vice President, Mr. Chris McManus, was unable to join us this evening. Other Board of Education members, Ms. Judy Slack, Ms. Gloria Tolhilt, Ms. Teresa Guido, Ms. Barbara Frederico. Unfortunately, as I said, there are some board members who had some scheduling conflicts. Ms. Seema Rivera, Mr. Alan Simpson, and Ms. Catherine Barber weren't able to join us, but they send us our best wishes. Also, I'd like to thank Senator Amador for joining us this evening and being our keynote speaker. In addition, I'd like to welcome our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Marie Wilds, and our two FMS House Principals, Mr. Michael Pipa and Mr. Bill Obie. Please join me in welcoming them. Before we get going with our program, I'd like everyone to locate the nearest emergency exit. In the case of an emergency, just please remain calm and follow the directions of school officials. Also, out of respect for the students that we celebrate here this evening, I'd like to ask everybody at this time to please silence your devices. Thank you. Each year, we're very fortunate to have our Board of Ed recognize superior academic achievement and notable academic improvement for all of our middle school students. The criteria for the Notable Academic Improvement Award are as follows. These awards given to deserving students whose overall report card average has improved significantly since the beginning of the school year. They've tried hard, displayed a positive attitude, and shown improved work habits in their academic performance as determined by each team of their teachers in consultation with their school counselor. The criteria for Superior Academic Achievement Award are as follows. These awards are given to deserving students who have demonstrated outstanding character while also maintaining an overall average of 95% or higher with no rounding up for the first 3 marking periods of the school year. Quite an accomplishment for any student. Tonight, we're here to recognize and celebrate nearly 400 plus students of our middle school who have met these 2 criteria. So please join me in saying thank you to them. We're certainly very proud of them all, especially given all the things that they juggle in their busy lives. So, at this time, I'd like to invite our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Marie Wilds, to the podium for some remarks this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Laster, and good evening, everyone. It is always a great pleasure to be a part of tonight's Board of Education Student Recognition Ceremony that honors the superior achievement and notable improvement of our finest middle school students. I offer my congratulations to all those students who are being honored this evening. I would also like to recognize, congratulate, and thank all of the many people who have made these fine students' success possible. Our talented and inspiring faculty, staff, and administration at Farnsworth Middle School, and of course, all of you, our parents, grandparents, friends, and family who are our most important partners in our students' success. So young men and women behind me, could you join me in giving a round of applause to all of those in front of us? I also want to take a moment to acknowledge our Board of Education members who are here. Mr. Laster introduced them. But we need to recognize that the awards are named for this body, our governing body of the School of Guilderland Central School District. And their presence here tonight absolutely shows their commitment to the core mission of our school district, to prepare students to do well not only in school, but in life. Their commitment to our students' success is the foundation upon which we sustain this outstanding school district day by day, decision by decision. So let's give our board members a round of applause. One of the hallmarks of the awards to be given out tonight is the recognition of hard work and dedication to learning. These awards celebrate the idea that success is the result not only of talent, but of the desire to do well and genuine effort. Hard work and persistence do make a difference. To illustrate this point, I want to share a story told about the famous ancient Greek philosopher Socrates. A young man asked Socrates the secret of success. Socrates told the young man to meet him near the river the next morning. The next morning they met. Socrates asked the young man to walk with him into the river. When the water got up to their necks, Socrates took the young man by the shoulders and ducked him under the water. The man struggled to get out, but Socrates was strong and kept him under until he was almost starting to turn blue. The young man struggled hard and finally managed to get up. The first thing he did when he got out of the water was take a deep gasp and took a deep breath. And Socrates asked him, "What did you want the most when you were underwater?" The young man said, "Air." Socrates said, "That is the secret to success. When you want success as badly as you want air, you will get it. There is no other secret." Now, I just drew a story from ancient Greece to talk about success, but I want to personalize this a little bit to Guilderland. In the last several weeks of school, we do so much work to celebrate the success of our students. Last night, this room was equally filled with parents celebrating the athletic accomplishments of our seniors. Last week, we had the auditorium of this building filled with juniors and seniors who were recognized for their accomplishments in academics, art, music. Literally, hundreds of thousands of dollars of potential scholarship money was given away to our students. And our accomplishments in the arts and music will take your breath away sometimes. Yesterday, we had a memorial service for a young lady who we lost. And the program began with our chamber choir singing "Somewhere Over the Rainbow." The beauty of their excellence in performance, it took my breath away. I share these stories because we have a room full of middle schoolers behind us and before you with a lot of years of experience to come forward and a lot of promise in this room. And I just want to encourage them to keep going, to continue to work hard, to continue to excel. We're celebrating tonight their success in achieving a high level of academic excellence. They have shown us they're willing to do what it takes to achieve great things in their studies. Socrates tells us through his very dramatic lesson, and parents, do not worry, that is not a teaching technique we use here in Guilderland. In case you were worried, some of you were looking at me a little worried. It illustrates the theory that if you really want success, you can do it. It might mean that we have to take a lot of time and effort. We might have to make some sacrifices, but it's possible. So before I close, I want to share one more bit of wisdom. And this one comes from Westmere Elementary School. I spend a lot of time around and about in the district, and about a month ago, our 5th grade students at Westmere had a marketplace of ideas, and they sold various things that they made for not real money. But I found something that I purchased that was a bit of wisdom that I think is worthwhile for all of us here. And this was a bit of wisdom by a 5th grade student who said, and I have this hanging by my computer in my office, it says, "Study hard, do good, and the good life will follow." So with that, I want to thank all of our families who are here, and I want to congratulate this tremendous group of young people behind me. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Wiles, for sharing your insights and wisdom and a little bit of Greek history with us all this evening, so thank you. It gives me great pleasure to welcome to the podium and introduce our guest speaker this evening, Senator George Amador, Jr. Senator Amador was first elected to the New York State Senate in November of 2014. He represents the 46th District, which consists of all of Montgomery and Greene counties and portions of Schenectady, Albany, and Ulster counties. Senator Amador serves as chairman of the Senate Standing Committee on Alcoholism and Substance Abuse and as co-chair of the bipartisan Joint Senate Task Force on Heroin and Opioid Addiction. Senator Amador is a member of the following Senate standing committees as well: Banks, Consumer Protection, Corporations, Authorities and Commissions, Elections, Judiciary, Social Services, and Veterans, Homeland Security, and Military Affairs. He also co-chairs the Senate Task Force on Workforce Development and is a member of the Senate Task Force on Lyme and Tick-Borne Diseases. Despite his busy schedule, he was more than happy to come and be with us this evening, so we'd like to thank him for that. We invited him to speak tonight to provide our students with some inspiration and some advice on how to continue their path to excellence. Senator?
Well, thank you, Principal Laster, and to Superintendent Wiles, the Board of Education, and to the parents who are here. Congratulations. Really, we need to congratulate all of you and to the parents for the group of fine individuals that we have behind me. Over 400 superior students who have achieved so much at such a young age. And we owe it to our teachers, we owe it to the educational staff and board, but I give also a warm-hearted thank you and gratitude to the parents. The success is your success. Because without your support at home, and yes, students, you know, the nagging of mom and dad telling you have to do or make sure you go to bed early enough or do your homework, put the devices down like your iPhone or something like that. Stop texting, I get it. Stop playing games, pick up the book. All of that great wisdom that they give you is all for your good. And so to the moms and dads and the parents and guardians, thank you. Because I know it's pretty hard. I have 3 children myself. They're all adults now, but it's a competitive world out there, and we all have short attention spans today, and to keep our students focused on what's most important: education, quality of life issues, and to know that these fine students are the brightest, are the overachievers, and the achievers who have really showcased what you're able to accomplish at middle school age. I commend you and applaud you all. You know, we live in a great state. We all love New York. But sometimes New York brings that word called unaffordability that we lose out on. And we lose out on many different resources. We're losing out on upstate population and the brain drain that we have. And I think one of the reasons for that, I also lost out on my mic. You know, when you speak the truth sometimes, they don't want to hear it. But we miss out on opportunities for our young people, whether it's great job opportunities or just affordability issues or finding a good quality of life here. We all love, and we all as moms and dads wish and hope that our children stay in the communities that they were raised in. And so to the students who are here, you are our future. You see, you have accomplished so much already. You are able to obtain the grades, the markings, the criterias that a great Board of Education here has laid out and set a standard for you to achieve. And sometimes it's daunting and hard and stressful, but all for the common good of growth. Because if you don't grow, you all know you're going to have a whole lot more growth physically. But if you don't grow mentally, the capacity that's on your shoulders, you will then just get where? How far? So tonight, I don't see just over 400 middle schoolers who've accomplished great grades, who've done their assignments well, who made great accomplishments at a young age. What I see is the future of the Capital Region. I see our employers. I see our employees. I see our public servants to all help make New York and this Capital Region a much better place. You have the capacity that even some of us here in the ages we are as adults don't have. That capacity is that ability to expand your learning, your absorption of knowledge, so that then you can take that knowledge and put it into action, because knowledge is power. And you having that ability with that in your brain and your ambition to work with your hands and use some back muscle, yes, it's okay to use some back muscle, I encourage you to get involved in the trades, to get involved in vocational education experiences at a young age today, because you can and will be very successful and offer services that we adults will need and continue to need. So I encourage you to first dream big. Dream. Some people say, oh, for what? I encourage you to dream, because those dreams can become realities. And there's no dream that if you think of and you write down as a goal, you can't accomplish. As long as you continue to move forward, work hard, don't give up, I promise you, you can accomplish those dreams and goals. So I congratulate you. Yes, in middle school, this is the beginning of your educational life. These are the years, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, that really lay out your high school years, the direction and the course that you will take to higher education after high school, and then pass it on to the next generation. So thank you for accomplishing much. Thank you for inviting me to be a part of your special day. And I am so proud to represent all of you in the New York State Senate. And I'm going to brag about you tomorrow when I get back in that chamber, because it is really so encouraging to see such fine young people who enjoy education and have a bright future. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Senator, for providing these awesome lifelong lessons that will serve our students well. If you listen, folks, some good advice there, so thank you. I'd like to now invite Mr. Michael Pipa, Seneca House Principal, to assist us with the reading of our students' names tonight as they are called up to receive their awards. I'd also like to invite Ms. Christine Hayes and Gloria Tolhill to help assist handing out our certificates this evening.
I'm going to ask all of our students in this front row who are expecting to receive the recognition of notable academic improvement to go ahead and rise. With our sixth graders being in the front of the line, I'm going to ask everybody to go down to that end, at the very far end, and kind of snake around the side. Maybe we won't do that? You want to just have them go from where they are? Okay. All right. So students, when you hear your name, after I have caused a little bit of confusion, when you hear your name, you can come right across here when you hear your name, and you will be warmly received. And I know we are dying to shower them with applause, but I would ask, for the sake of the clear reading of each student's name, that we hold back until all of our students for the sixth grade have come across. I will pause and we'll let them have it. Then we'll do the seventh grade. We'll repeat that process, the eighth grade, and that will conclude our conferring of the Notable Academic Improvement Award. For sixth grade, Noreen Ahmed. Shauna Clancy. Justin Kapusinski. Madeline Nags. Oliver Kowalski. Thomas Murdoch. Mackenzie Murphy. Isabella Swartz. Aiden Conti. Alex Harrington. Remy Marziani. Delana Mastrangelo. Allison Rem. And Gregory Stidgy. For seventh grade, Marin Alexander. Snigdha Arige. Timmy Bush. Julia Coden. Mariana Cuevas Ruiz. Gabby Cusado. Kenneth DeGracco. Reagan Dinette. Brianna Diaz. Eve Gerke. Brittany Grant. Brandon Ha. Emma Osborne. Ekdom Suleiman. Quinn Tynan. Samantha Vinson. Some of you may have noticed already in our program that some of our 7th graders are receiving both awards tonight. And we have instructed those individuals that when their name was called for notable improvement, that you remain seated until the 2nd award, and I will acknowledge those individuals receiving both at that time. For our 8th grade, Quentin Ayuk Takum. Simon Buyentuyev. Daniel Countermine. Irene Dill. Sydney Fredericks. Sophie Green. Alex Nasri. Crystal Oyuo. Lauren Paul. And Edward Taylor. And now for our students receiving the Superior Academic Achievement Award for 6th grade. I'm going to ask us to hold our applause till our first line is all the way through. Natalia Abel. Leanne Arian-Bua. Cameron Albright. Vincenza Allegra. Sarah Allen. Maxine Alpart. Nihal Amaneni. Stavia Avaru. Ava Bailey. Rowan Baker. Sarah Baker. Jenna Barbado. Jacob Becker. Anastasia Berezanski. Simon Berkey. Troy Berschwinger. Sadie Blatstein. Disha Badaluri. Aiden Bonavita. Amelia Boswell Pank. Chance Bowman. Finn Burke. Jacob Camoin. And Christine Campbell. If we could have our next group, starting with Janine and Jennifer, moving forward. Janine Tsao. Jennifer Tsao. Alejandro Castillo. Andrew Cataldo. Catherine Chorbajian. Joseph Ciccarelli Jr. Olivia Cleveland. William Cleveland. Lena Cohen Greenberg. Adrian Cummings. Colby Cummings. Leah Danahy. Anna DeBoom. Michael Delwich. Elise D'Onofrio. Abigail Draney. Marissa Evans. McKenna Fossil. Gianna Fonti. Kyle Frazee. Kwabna Frimpong. Nevia Fruscio. Jack Gallagher. Ava Gamello. Amita Ganesh Kumar. Mirzad Glavik. Derek Griffin Jr. Kathleen Guo. Pravalika Gutta. Madison Hammis. Emma Harbeck. Samia Hassan. April Hickey. Rhea Hoy. Erica Irwin. Savannah Jang. Hannah Joseph. Siraj Kadaji. Daniel Kagan. Tristan Keeling. Maya Kerr. Pratam Kari. Priyansh Kari. Bowden Keinel. Edie Kreifels. Rose Leader. Isabella Libby. Jackson Lilly. Elizabeth Liu. Renee Manzella. Receiving both awards this evening, Remy Marziani. William Meng. Riley Messier. Shasid Milan. Abraham Muhammad. Agata Montanini. Emma Mottler. Megna Naidu. Ella Narens. And Preeta Nayak. If we could have our next row of sixth grade. Kelly Nahn. Luke Novak. Macy O'Brien. Emma Ortel. Jacob Palmer. Blanca Parker. Emma Parmiter. Janavi Patibandla. Elizabeth Peng. Madison Petty. Lindsay Phillips. Alexis Priest. Carly Rader. Madalena Riley. Angelina Reish. Allison Rice. Carson Rittner. Lee Ruckert. Nicolina Rush. Olivia Rutherford. Daniel Sahi. Ryan Shine. Evan Schreivogel. Fatima Schultz. William Searing. Katrina Sechenkov. Sai Ashrith Satipalli. Owen Shepard. Maya Shoemaker. Giovanni Simeone. Riley Smith. Lillian Teague. Elizabeth Towers. Ella Tuxbury. Abigail Tyson. Meghana Appala. Michael Uzilia. Micah Venard. Haley Vogel. Isabella Walsh. Kira Warner. Sydney Weiss. Hannah Weckler. Emma Wendt. Ella Wickham. Jason Yamashita. And Danny Zhang. If we could have our first row of 7th grade, please rise. And let's have our second row follow them. Seventh graders receiving recognition for superior academic achievement. Marin Alexander. Marin is receiving both awards this evening. Kevin Andreski. Jessica Andrews. Joanna Andrews. William Angus. Snigdha Arige. Snigdha is receiving both awards this evening. Natalie Akampa. Janae Bartlett. Noah Berman. Meghana Bhupati. Ava Bickle. Tanuska Biswakarma. Dylan Blanchard. Cadence Brewer. Amelia Call. Eric Tsao. Abigail Cassavant. Elizabeth Cavallero. Joanna Chen. Michael Cheng. Ellen Chang. Emily Chorbajian. Aiden Clark. Garrett Cole. Megan Collins. Tomoki Cooper. Nellie Cordy. Julia Coton. Julia is receiving both awards this evening. Gabriella Cusado. Gabriella is receiving both awards this evening. Robert Cusado. Victoria Cusado. William Cusado. Nicholas Dorigo. Robert Davidson. Michaela DiFrancisco. Nathan DeJoy. Emily Depew. Matthew Drake. Nora Ebersman. Braden Efaw. Monica Eldiri. Victoria Fanshaw. Maggie Fox. Alexa Gabor. Ansh Garg. Sydney Gonzalez. Abigail Gregory. Serena Garung. Aiden Hanslick. Mia Hoffman. Elizabeth Irwin. Sanari Ismail. Kaylee Jacobson. Christian Janelle. Caroline Jameson. Haley Jansen. Chelsea King. Gabrielle Clintworth. Ryan Knapp. Mattingly Kosier. Hannah Kovelman. Rachel Lai. Milana Linendahl. Daniel Macchiarella. Alexander Medexa. Nicholas Mahar. Shreya Mahesh. Claire Malone. Madeline Margiata. Joel Matthew. Jack Mattoon. Maggie McPheron. And Lindsay Melanson. If our next row of 7th grade could rise. Amy Meng. Paige Miller. Riley Mitchell. Charles Mulligan. Abhishek Nadella. An Nguyen. Olivia Neiman. Ivan Nieto. Willow Novak. Dilni Pathirana. Isabella Peng. Arilda Pengu. Thomas Priest. Ananya Punia. Leah Panus. Tianli Q. Nicholas Ralston. Emily Ravalli. Maya Regan. Claire Riley. Lauren Riley. Sophia Renaud. Kimberly Rick. Nicholas Raguso. Reagan Roberts. Kate Scanlon. Samuel Saboti. Maeve Segru. Samuel Shah. Avery Samo. Jessica Soriel. Anushri Shripathy. Palmer Stewart. Ryan Stouffer. Natalie Tice. Micah Tyndale. Annie Urig. Athena Varghese. Arun Venkitana Reunan. Lauren Votis. Justin Walsh. Hannah Weber. Grace Way. Michael Wong. Athena Wu. Bailey Yearden. Melody Yu. Ian Zhang and Keith Zobel. If we could have our first row of 8th grade, please rise. our 8th grade recipients of Superior Academic Achievement Recognition. Jessica Arianbua. Pratul Amaneni. Gabriella Bartier. Matea Bardi. Julia Berner. Ellen Billington. Julianne Bowl. Christopher Bronson. Nicholas Bronson. Quincy Brown. Burhanulhaq Brula. Joseph Buffalini. Caroline Burns. Nathan Tsao. Max Carruthers. Lauren Carver. Nicholas Castillo. Julia Ciccarelli. Marie Collison. Brock Cottle. Casey Courier. Sarah Davis. Amanda Devlin. Shannon Deo. Molly DiCaprio. Aiden Doyle. Carrington Elmore. Sydney Elmore. Rubena Firdaus. Harrison Fonte. Samuel Fredericks. Corbin Friedman. Aiden Fusco. Abigail Gillespie. Emily Goval. Sophie Green. Riley Grimm. Aria Grissom. Caleb Jacobson. Alex Jambunathan. Caroline Johnson. Arisha Qasim. Liam Kerr. Rena Coe. Violet Kreifels. Amal Kumar. Shreya Kumetha. Camille Lajoie. Jane Leader. Catherine Liederman. Alexis Martin. Keely McCullough. Grace McFerrin. Elizabeth Miller. Trinity Menesal. Irene Montanini. Marcella Morrison. Anish Mupadi. Elizabeth Novak. Shane O'Brien. Thomas Parsons. Lindsay Patzarian. Justin Petty. Nicholas Pomacoy. Daniel Kazi. Yanni Rasias. Carly Rem. Vincent Raguso. Hannah Risco. Anna Roberts. And Samuel Rowe. Our final row of 8th grade, please rise. After the last 8th grader in this row has received their award, we have additional names to be read aloud after that. I'll give you the sign when we can let them have it. Lucy Rutherford. Alina Sarecha. Alexandra Schermerhorn. Emma Scott. Edward Searing III. Jessica Saravillo. Arham Seal. Bianca Simeone. Peter Solimando II. Mia Stigi. Shreya Suresh. Shruthika Taniru. Kiana Tatum. Vibha Thirunelai Gopalakrishnan. Ava Thompson. Asmita Thorat. Stella Trickett. Nina Tuxbury. Ria Valabaneni. Alexandra Velikoop. Richard Walser. Nathaniel Webster. Gwen Renoski. Jason Shu. Kerry Yamaguchi. Andrew Yang. And Amy Zhang. Welcome, sir.
How about a big round of applause for Mr. Michael Pipa over there? I think he did it so good, we might ask him to do it again next year. So students, congratulations. We are super proud of you, all of your accomplishments so far, but we're more excited to see what you will accomplish in the future. Keep up the good habits, keep up the hard work, and we know that you're destined for greatness. So congratulations tonight, but it's just the beginning. And I'd like to thank you all for coming tonight. I really appreciate the opportunity to work with your amazing children on a daily basis. On behalf of our staff, thank you for being awesome parents and supporters of what we do at Farnsworth. Students, I have a favor to ask of you. It would be extremely helpful if you take your note card with you and take it off the back of the chair for us. That would be awesome. Parents, families, thank you. I look forward to seeing you at the end of the year school events. Have a safe trip home.